For so long, I didn't feel worthy of love, but not anymore. Today, I'm claiming the love I was always worthy of. Let's talk about it.
Loving me unconditionally.
Hello, my freedom walkers, and welcome to day 17 of Loving Me Unconditionally in this 30-day challenge. And today, I want to talk about I deserve to be loved. For so long, I didn't feel worthy of love through most of my life. I didn't feel like I deserved it. So, if we talk about what happened, I'm going to share how this was basically taught to me directly and indirectly of how I began to perceive myself as being. So, of course, with the whole concept of being gay or having gay feelings growing up, I felt automatically that I was in like sexual sin, even for thinking about it, and that it was going to send me straight to hell no matter what, even if I thought about it or whatever the case may be, wrestled with it, which is something I shouldn't even have to wrestle with. And in deserving of love, let me just talk about that real quick. Whenever I released that feeling of having to just wrestle with things that were already authentically me, it changed who I was completely. So, and also um, in not believing or behaving in a certain way was dooming me to hell or even community rejection. And there was always this saying uh, that I heard, especially in the Black church community. I don't know how it was anywhere else, but they would say, I love you or I love them, but not the sin within them or the way that I don't love their behaviors. It's not matching up to my beliefs, right? And that was basically, I love you, but I judge you at the same time. I condemn you at the same time. And that gave a lot of mixed feelings and emotions like, wow, I love you, but there should never be a but after you saying that you love someone, no matter what it is, right? You should just say, I love you. Um, there were experiences where maybe levels withheld or not meeting expectations of, or me and my family distance, whatever the case may be, right? I'm just never felt comfortable enough, first of all, to be my authentic self intellectually, sexually, behaviorally, philosophically, all of these things. And I always took on a persona of others to be a strong Black man for the community and not being vulnerable and really being my authentic self. I observed many times how anyone outside of that bubble of expectations of how you should be was basically treated horribly and talked about a lot. Oh my gosh, especially like gay guys in the community. Um, and I felt uncomfortable a lot of times, even when I went to functions or whatever the case, because I wasn't like a big sports guy following sports or whatever. I tried, or whatever the case may be, but I would rather like talk about sci-fi or something. There was really nobody to talk to about that kind of stuff. So at functions, family events, you name it, I felt uncomfortable because I was like, ah, man, I'm not a sports guy. Just watch ESPN for hours and hours and hours and just drink beer or whatever the case may be and just, just shoot the shit. It just didn't interest me. It was boring. Um, and I felt out of place, as a man or whatever the case may be. In that aspect because everybody else did it, right? So there was a little emotional confusion Um, one of them was like God versus Jesus in the Bible, and I know I get some flack for this. I don't care. This is my channel. I'll say what I want to say. It was kind of like the Old Testament God was like jealousy and wrath if you sin, but Jesus was like love, compassion, and empathy. And I noticed that a lot of religious people would use that for their advantage, for their talking points or agenda across the board. If you don't change, you're an abomination and you're going to hell, and God's wrath is going to strike you down. You're going to have these sicknesses, you're going to have these diseases, you're going to just have a horrible, horrible, miserable life if you don't change who you are, right? Authentically yourself. Um, and I don't know, it just was kind of like a tool to me at times to control people's thinking. And it wasn't, and it was like wrapped up in Jesus love, right? And it was two different things. But anyway, it made me feel that I personally didn't deserve love because it was said a lot. Like, even in like worship time or whatever the case may be, that you would say, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of your love. I'm not worthy of this. I'm not worthy of that. And saying that over and over and over again does have a psychological impact on the way and how you feel about yourself. Well, for me, it did. Because you always felt like you just wasn't enough just being who you are, with flaws and all, right? How it made me feel, always trying to earn love. And I'll tell you right here, it's 49 years on this earth, you should never ever have to earn love. Love is just something that is pure and is just given, right? So I spiraled into the life of people pleasing, not being able to say no, overperforming, shape shifting, like at home one way, out in the public another way, just for people to like me or to get that love and affection, and not to be um, called names or to be teased or to be taunted or used and abused. I feel like I was either too much or wasn't enough. When I was too much, it was like basically when I was in my element and I could just go, do, move. And of course, a lot of times that was caught with like teasing or shooting down, like you think you're all that. And then all of a sudden, I felt like I wasn't enough, right? And then I looked back at it and I was like, dang, I was doing better than the other people that were actually doing it. But a lot of times, and that was career, that was school, that was like church, that was like you name it, right? And a lot of times I've come to an understanding now that people did that because they felt uncomfortable about who they were, right? So again, don't dim your light. I'm telling you, do not dim your light for other people. um Believe in love will come only after I change or fix myself. So changing and fixing myself meant compromising who I really was. So I had to change the way I walk, change the way I talk, change how I felt, change my behaviors, change my beliefs and ideology just to feel like I'm liked, that I belong, that I'm loved. What I realized is love is not a reward, it's a birthright. It's a birthright from the beginning that we all deserve to be loved. And true love is self love and unconditional love from others, and it doesn't require perfection. So, in other words, unconditional love, from what I'm understanding of what I've experienced in my life, it does not require me to be perfect. It's to love myself exactly how I am, where I am in the moment that I'm living right now in the present, right? And it definitely doesn't go with, or it definitely doesn't, I guess the right word to use, it definitely doesn't require me to try to live up to other people's expectations. So now, how am I healing? Because I'm still healing. I'm not healed. I'm not there yet. Um, and sometimes there's still times where I don't feel like I deserve to be loved, or I feel inadequate, or I feel not enough. And it's a constant fight. It's like 40 years of my life. It's a constant deprogramming and reprogramming of my subconscious that constantly wants to come in and save the day and keep me sheltered and keep me safe, right? But I affirm my worthiness day by day. I still look at myself in the mirror and say, you are awesome, you are wonderful, you are beautiful, you are loved. First of all, you are loved because I loved you. And if anybody else doesn't, it's okay. I love me. uh, Letting go of toxic connections. Oh my gosh, man. There's people who try to hang on to your life just to tear you down, or just because they haven't worked out their own shit for themselves, they'll try to work it out on you and then blame you for their issues or their problems, or dump all their issues and problems on you, as if you are the savior of their lives. That's not good, because it brings you down, and it, at the same time, it doesn't give that person any um, gumption or that level of what's a good word, of sovereignty of their own life, where they'll be constantly making excuses and constantly blaming other people for their shortcomings, right? Surrounding myself with people who see and celebrate the real me. So I have my crew of people that love me unconditionally, and they celebrate me with, and they see my transitions, they see all of this I'm going through, or whatever the case may be, and they don't judge me. They just love me right there where I am, right? Those are the people that you want in your life, in your corner, who are going to be there for you no matter what. And those are the people I seek out, or allow to enter into my life, and I start to trust more that these people won't try to harm me, hurt me, or whatever the case may be, because I put up these walls all around me, right? To keep myself safe. But I am worthy and deserving of this love from other people, not only from myself, but from other people. So, Buddha. I want to give you a quick quote from Buddha. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Whew. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe. And I believe that there's other, we're not the only people in this universe. I believe that there are other living beings on other planets all over the place. I mean, we're just finding out there's millions and millions of inhabitable planets just in our galaxy, right? And there's calculated to be billions or maybe almost trillions of other planets in which life could be on. And I definitely don't think that we're the only one. But I deserve my love, and I deserve my affection. I deserve it, right? Um, and that's a big hard word to swallow. Not the love word, but the deserve word, because there's been so what I've done is I've based my deserving of love by actions in my life, by things that have happened in my life, by things that people have said are done to me in my life, uh, of things that I've done to myself, or maybe even harmed other people in my life, and all of a sudden say, "Oh man, I don't deserve love." And I'm saying right now, it is time to stop punishing ourselves and start loving ourselves. We've punished ourselves long enough. I tell people, you don't need to call out my flaws. I've spent my entire life calling out my flaws. I don't need you to do that. I am an expert at calling out my own flaws, calling out my own shortcomings. I'm an expert at it. I've laid in depression 6 months on a couch because I could not get out of this. Okay? So let's have a closing affirmation. Can you repeat after me? Say, I am worthy of love simply because I exist. Let's put it all together. Say, I am worthy of love simply because I exist. Next one, I no longer chase love. I attract it by being my authentic self. Ah, that's good. You ever heard the saying about looking for love in all the wrong places? That to me starts with me. I was looking for love everywhere else because I had an emptiness, a void of love for me inside of me. So I don't no longer have to chase love. If I am my authentic self, the most beautiful and right people will come into my life. And they will love me unconditionally. I will love them unconditionally. Next one, I give myself the love I never received. Woo, woo, woo. I felt that one. I give myself the love I never received. And I know people watching this, like, I know your parents loved you. Yes, I know your family loved you. Yes. But there is a level of love or unconditional love that I didn't receive that I need. And I give that to myself. And that's an unconditional love. It's a love without judgment, a love without expectations, a love that heals, a love that binds, a love that allows you to just be your authentic self without boundaries, without being pulled in, without being caged or trapped in. To love yourself, whether you're gay, whether you're bi, whether you're straight, whether you're pansexual, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're tall, whether you're short, whether you're skinny, whether you're fat, whether you're smart, whether you are not as intelligent, whether your belief systems, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in source, whether you believe in the universe, whether you don't believe anything at all. Unconditional love is what we all deserve. We all deserve this. And the last one, the love I deserve begins with the way I love myself. The way I love myself is the way other people are going to love me. If I treat myself like crap, other people are going to treat me like crap. If I love myself unconditionally, the right people are going to come into my life, and it is not going to matter if other people don't. It's not going to matter because I'm no longer be in the place of people pleasing. I'm loving myself unconditionally. Now close your eyes just for a moment. First of all, let's inhale, exhale. So we're inhaling through our nose, exhaling through our mouth. One deep breath again, inhale. Exhale. Close your eyes and imagine a warm, glowing light just surrounding you. This light is love. Not earned, not conditional, just yours. Let it pour into your chest, your hands, your voice. Say softly, I am loved. I am enough. Can we say that together maybe about 5 times? Ready? Let's say it together. I am loved. I am enough. I am loved. I am enough. I am loved. I am enough. One more time. I am loved. I am enough. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. And let it remind your soul of what's always been true. What is that truth? That you have always deserved to be loved. This is J-Love and loving me unconditionally. Like, subscribe. There's so much more to go. I am just starting this journey and I am a little emotional right now because these messages hit home. And I'm telling you, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Have a wonderful day.
Loving me unconditionally. Loving me unconditionally. Through the fire, through the storm, I found the truth inside of me. Loving me unconditionally. Loving me unconditionally. No more shame, no more fear. I'm exactly who I'm meant to be.